Mr. Arya, would you agree that the BJP government has taken forward what the UPA pursued, or you could say the government of India since 1947 has pursued in terms of foreign policy?
I can tell you from the point of view of national security juxtaposed with foreign policy, I think what we have seen is at least an attempt in the past 5 years to have a more robust policy. However, there are a few lacunae. Number one, I think it's very, very important to involve the armed forces, the Army, Navy and the Air Force, especially the Navy and the Air Force, when you decide foreign policy. Any aspiring superpower will do that. America does it. China does it. China is building bases or trying to build bases all over the world. I mean, France does it. All the powers do it. Now, we are a nation that aspires to sit on the high table of the United Nations Security Council. But our actions are different. You know, our actions are not aligned to what we want to do. So I think, yes, as far as our foreign policy is concerned, it could be more robust. But I think somewhere along the line, we'll have to understand that if we want to be looked at as a superpower, regional and global, you can't do that without instilling a little bit of fear in the people around you. As I very often say, and I believe this from the bottom of my heart, there is no respect without fear. There has to be an element of fear. When India goes, I was mentioning this in my previous session with Dr. Swami, that, you know, whenever the Indian Prime Minister goes and speaks to another head of state, the other head of state must know that behind the Indian Prime Minister in that ocean somewhere is INS Arihant. That is very important. They must know that we are a nuclear power. They must know that we have a robust Army, Navy and Air Force, and that we are willing. You know, we've been taking great pride, even in the Army. When I speak to my friends in the Army, they're extremely proud. We are a non-expeditionary army. But why in God's name are we a non-expeditionary army? Dr. Swami spoke very eloquently about the need for having boots in Afghanistan, knowing all the dangers. Afghanistan has been called the graveyard of superpowers. I mean, Russia failed, America failed. Why India? He had a very strong and logical argument for that, right? And this is something that I'm proposing, not Afghanistan per se, but saying that when you have your foreign policy objectives aligned with the armed forces of the country, when you tell the people that, you know, like we did in Maldives, right? We've done it in the past. We should do it more often. Even at the cost of failure, we should do it. India needs to be seen, foreign policy-wise, as also a rising military superpower.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.